Are you looking to buy a house in the Atlanta area, but you're worried about a looming recession? Maybe you're wondering, is the Atlanta market about to crash? Well, all signs point to a very significant slowdown in the economy. So how does this affect your ability to buy a home in Atlanta? Hey, this is Parker, your favorite Atlanta realtor. And with the Fed's announcement this week that they're raising interest rates another 3/4 of a point, things are starting to look kind of shaky, not just in the housing market, but in the overall economy. Now, not to be a Debbie Downer, but it's pretty clear to me that we're already in a recession. We had negative growth in the first quarter. Inflation is at the highest level in 40 years. The Consumer Sentiment Index is at its lowest since 1952. Gas and food prices are sky high. Businesses are announcing layoffs. Mortgage demand has fallen to half of what it was a year ago. And the Atlanta Fed GDP tracker just went to 0. So given all this bad news, are we going to have a calamitous market crash? Or are we going to have a nice, soft, gentle butterfly landing? Well, I think we're going to be okay, and let me tell you why. Now, even as demand subsides, there are still several factors working in Atlanta's favor. Number one, the migration patterns that began long before COVID, where people were leaving states like New York, New Jersey, Illinois, and California and moving south, those will continue. Georgia has a very favorable cost of living. It's low tax, low regulation, very pro-business, very pro-employment, and that will continue to bring people to Atlanta. Number two, the investments that all of these tech giants, Microsoft, Amazon, Google, and Intuit have made over the last several years, those will continue to bear fruit, and they're going to bring a lot of tech workers into the Atlanta market. Number three, millennials. Millennials love Atlanta. And, they really got kicked in the pants in the recession in 2010, but they've had a dozen years to really get their careers started, really bring their income up, and really get settled. They're reaching their peak buying power now, and they're really actively looking for homes. This is one of the largest demographics that's seeking housing in the United States, and they love Atlanta. Number four, Atlanta is also one of the top spots for real estate investors. Everybody from these large corporate investors like BlackRock all the way down to your mom and pop investors. They love Atlanta. They love the value they can get here. So I think if there's any softening in the demand on the consumer side, a lot of the investor side is going to pick up and keep supporting the property values. Number five, Atlanta's median sales price is still just over $400,000. Compare that to other major markets around the country like Dallas, Texas, $490,000. Austin, Texas has $640,000 median sales price. New York City is well over $850,000, and LA is over $1 million. So for the Atlanta median sales price, you can still get some amazing values. In fact, I just did a video last week, which you can click here, or maybe it's over here. And I went through several great houses that have sold in the last month right at Atlanta's median sales price, and I showed the values here are still tremendous. So I don't see some huge collapse in demand or in housing prices. What I could see is the median kind of staying flat, maybe just falling about 5%, correcting a little bit while we work through the impact of all these rate hikes. Like I said earlier, we haven't even fully processed the previous rate hikes from earlier this year, and then we threw another 3/4 point increase on top of that this week. So it's going to be several months. There's going to be kind of a rubber band type effect. Things are going to bounce around a little bit until they stabilize. My prediction is really that we're going to see things kind of flatline for a while, maybe take a little bit of a dip, but nothing too crazy. Nothing too dramatic, certainly nothing like what we saw in 2009, 2010. So as always, if you're thinking of making the move to the Atlanta area, please feel free to reach out with any questions you might have. My contact info is in the box below. Give me a call. I'd love to talk to people, tell them how great it is to live in Atlanta. Thanks.